Okay. Let's go to part two. Andrew,
I
think
got
you
this
were
one.
going?
Yep.
Okay.
Next, we have EXID with their latest single album, I Love You, with the title track, I Love You. Like la 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 la. Okay, no, that's not the full title. Okay. Well, one, I'm glad that Solji's back. It's again, I thought there was a point where we thought she was done with the group just because like, she had like diverticulite or like she had like something really bad or whatever, just like some.
That was
sort of,
hemorrhoids.
oh no! It's some type of like really like bad sort of like
No, yeah,
condition.
it was like yeah.
Yeah, I think it had something to do with like either like thyroid or like weight or whatever. But yeah,
thyroid.
I'm
what it was.
I'm
Not
just
hemorrhoid.
thyroid. Hemorrhoid's something else.
I was
dude.
gonna say that. I was wondering if we were gonna
No.
mention that at all, what
Rick
Jacob
me.
said, or if we were just gonna ignore it. But
No, like-
no, yeah, it was hyperthyroidism. So.
Yeah,
That's what it
hypothyroidism is
was.
actually pretty scary. Like my mom had to deal with that for a while, and I think she had to get like surgery or whatever for it. Yeah, it really fucks with your system and everything. So I'm happy that she's able to overcome it. And they definitely like there is a market improvement with her vocals, so that's always a plus. That being said, I'm kind of halfway with this song. Like I actually enjoy it. Like you'd think I'd get annoyed by the la 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 sort of thing, but I actually like that part. What I don't like is that because the song is definitely very different for an EXID song, but the thing I really hate is that they just do the standard Shinsangdong Tiger EXID, literally the same type of melody that they've done in every single song till
Over the
since-
chorus, yeah.
Yeah, for the chorus, they
The
literally
hidden Solji.
yeah,
double
they
team.
only have one chorus. Literally, like there's only one chorus in EXID songs, and it bothers me so much. I mean, like that'd probably be the only issue with it. Like literally, if they just rewrote the chorus, the song would be awesome. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, the music video is obviously very EXID. It's almost like up and down, where it's just like some weird shit going on. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I can't explain.
They have a style that they stick to now.
Yeah. Jacob.
So, yes, just like DDD, this is an amazing song.
And just like DDD, it exists to solely make hooks that I despise now. That's all EXID does. But the rest of the song's great.
So I really, really enjoyed this one. The music video has a really cool aesthetic. I guess kind of going with the like vaporwave aesthetic, I guess, that Euban went with this month, which we'll talk about later.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah. Hani's bridge was awesome. I really, really liked that part. Also, side note, Hayden has like literally never looked better in any comeback. Like she looks really good in this song. So
Alternatively, I don't like Jungwa with short hair, or at least this type
I
of.
do. I think she looks
I
good
do.
with short
No,
hair.
no. I like long hair Jungwa. I like it way better. Like just in general, I think EXID looks way better with long hair because I'm glad that Hani isn't cutting it short again because he looks way better. I'm glad that Ellie keeps it long. Like long hair EXID is just like god tier for me basically.
I disagree.
Okay. Next up we have.
Okay, moving on.
Oh wait, is this out of order? Oh crap.
What?
Well, just yeah, it's out of
Could
order.
be
I'll just go
Flavor
back.
next.
Yeah, we have Flavor, which is a subunit. I don't know. It's like a
Yeah, a subunit of a group that doesn't exist yet.
yeah. It's a subunit of a group called Fanatics, and their unit debut single album with the title track "Milkshake." So, for those that didn't have a chance to pay attention to Produce 48, this has the rap god herself, freaking Kim Doa, as a member, and I'm confused, honestly, just because, again, she definitely showed off her strengths in terms of rapping, and so the last thing I'd expect for her to do in terms of, like, a debut group would be some type of weird-ass, like, a Gugudan Ogu Ogu or, like, Orange Caramel type thing, like, honestly, that's kind of the last thing and there's not really that much rapping in this as well, so I don't know. It just kind of feels like they're like wasting or underutilizing her talents in this sort of way. And yeah, this music video is like weird as hell. They're like milking cows and shit. And like, I don't know what's going on in this music video, honestly. But I guess that's the kind of that's the vibe they're going for. Just weird.
Yeah, orange caramel type thing. Yeah, I like the synth parts. The vocals definitely needed some work. Also, the way they repeat "shake" 3 times is the exact same. Is the way Encia does it in her song "Vanilla Shake," and so that bothered me.
Also, just
it's literally the sounds the exact same. I'm like, it just gets "Vanilla Shake" stuck in my head.
Also, just the concept of the chorus just being them kind of repeating "milk a shake, shake, shake" over and over again is just kind of They can do better. Rap God Kim Do deserves better. Next, we have, we'll go back for a bit. We have From, with her mini album entitled Midnight Candy, and the title track is called Hold Me Like It's Forever, featuring Car the Garden. And Jacob, this is all you.
I really, really, really love this song. So, like, From, if you don't know her, go check her out. She's, like, honestly one of my favorite vocalists, like in general. Like, I mainly know her just from discovering a lot of her songs on Apple Music, and she's just got, like, one of the most beautiful voices, like, I've ever encountered. So, I really, really liked her. I really, really love this song. The instrumentation, the vocals, everything is just great. Super, like, nice and chill and soothing. And, yeah, Car the Garden feature, so that's always great.
Yeah, that's always
and
awesome.
I need to check out the rest of this mini album, because I really, really like this song.
Next, we have Highlight with their... It's a special mini album because I believe it's the last one that they're doing for the foreseeable future, called Outro, and the title track is called Loved. So yeah, this is their last, I guess, comeback as a full group before they all enter the military. And that being said, like, I know it's kind of trying to build itself as like an emotional sort of thing, but I felt like the song relied way too heavily on its drop chorus, and which is kind of like a shame considering like how good Highlight is in terms of vocals. So I don't really feel like they need to rely on drops as much as other groups do. Yeah, that's probably the only sort of gripe I have with it. But otherwise, yeah, it's gonna be weird to see basically by the time Highlight's out of the military, I don't even know if anyone's gonna know them, sadly. Like, this might be it for them.
I will anticipate it.
Yeah, don't forget them, people. Don't forget them. They're awesome.
Yeah, I really, really like this song. I'm definitely downloading this one. The song immediately, like, as soon as Junyoung starts singing, like, it immediately, like, fills up instrumentation. And my favorite part is probably the pre-chorus. The pre-chorus has a really, really nice build-up to a really satisfying drop. So I feel like those worked really well together.
Yeah, I really like the more chill drop chorus and the, like, really prominent synths. I thought the song was really, really good. It's a really good goodbye song.
Well, I'm also glad that it's not just generic goodbye song. Like,
at least they
go
have
out on
that
a high
going for it.
note. Like, literally, this is how you do it. This is good.
Yeah,
and I'm just glad if they never end up like this coming back together as a full group. I'm just glad we got to see them live. We got that, which was definitely one of the highlights of last year.
No pun intended.
Ha. Next up, we have Hyo Hyoyeon from Girls' Generation. With Three Lao. I don't know. I don't know who this guy's. With the digital single "Punk Right Now." Yeah, so it's very, 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 very much the EDM style that Hyoyeon goes with for her DJ Hyo stuff. That being said, I do like the Korean version better a lot than the English version, because the English version's kind of cringy. But yeah, the drop is still pretty sick, and it's still cool how she does like all the choreography and the singing and the dancing and like the actual production for like not many DJs do all of that stuff for their own releases, so that's pretty cool.
So one I really like the music video. I thought it turned out pretty well. Like, it could have been like pretty generic EDM music video, but I feel like, I don't know, just the aesthetic itself worked out really well, especially the parts where there's like random crystals glowing up. She's on like a huge truck. By the way, in my comments I was like, Hyo would drive a huge truck like that. Like, I feel like she would be the person to do that.
That has lights and all that sort of stuff on it too.
Also, again, the drop is like ridiculous. Like, it's super, I guess, to use my own words, high impact. Like, amazing.
Yeah, the drop is nasty. Nate?
Yeah, I agree. Like, I just thought it's another fantastic club song. This might be my favorite out of the stuff she put out.
I still like Sober better, just because I don't know. I like more of her singing, actually. So.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we have Jackson Wang from GOT7 with the Chinese digital single, although he barely sings in Chinese.
I was going to say, it's all English.
It's all English. I don't know why. The Chinese digital single, Different Game, featuring Gucci Mane. I'm just like, wait a second, it's a Chinese song with Gucci Mane? Does Gucci Mane speak Chinese? But no.
So random.
Yeah, it's very random. That being said, I know we're usually hit or miss with Jackson's like Chinese songs. But like, I think it's fine. I honestly think it's fine, and I think it's Gucci Mane's probably a good feature on this, just because this is the kind of like trap style that he does. So, yeah, it's kind of a guilty pleasure sort of thing. I enjoyed it. And also just his music videos are just super insane and totally appeal to like a Chinese market where everything's way over the top. There's like freaking tigers and flamethrowers and like crazy expensive like chains and all that sort of yeah, basically
giant shipping containers, his Team Wang on it.
Yeah, yeah, I have no idea, but like he must be rolling in dough if he can afford to do all these crazy expensive music videos on his own. Next, we have Jennie featuring Sumin with the song Far Away. So Jennie is they're from the Netherlands. They're I'm guessing they're the producer, because I looked up a bunch of their songs, and it's just mostly instrumental tracks. And Sumin is a name I've heard of before.
Yep.
I don't know.
Do I know about her?
I
have one on.
She's popped up on the releases list before, I believe.
Yeah, no, I know one of her. Yeah, Mirror Ball. I really liked her song Mirror Ball.
Okay, so that being said, yeah, the instrumentals and the vocals on this are insane, and I'm really glad I end up finding it like just randomly in our K-pop or whatever. So it works really well. He definitely has that sort of like house vibe going for it. So it works really well. And it's a good choice to put a guest vocalist on this song.
This song is probably my second favorite of the month, behind the Drunken Tiger song with RM. Like, this song is fantastic. I'm easily adding this to my playlist. Like, oh my god. Like, her vocals are really good. The beat is sick. Like, everything about it is amazing. Like, this only has like under 4,000 views. That's a crime.
He only has
we have a video that has more views than this, I'm pretty sure.
He only has 53 subscribers. Like, okay, I'm subscribing to him like right now. That's a shame. Like, he deserves way more, because his like
it's fantastic.
Yeah, I've listened to the other songs that he's done, and they're incredible. So definitely like that. Like, we usually don't like to shill, but this guy deserves way more and I hope he keeps working with Korean artists, in all honesty.
Me too.
Nate, what'd you have to say about it?
Yeah, I agree. I thought the beats in the song were fantastic, and I definitely want to look into more of their stuff.
Oh boy, here we go. Next, we have Jennie from some random group named Blackpink. I don't know them. They never released music.
It's a horrible stage name.
Her debut single album, entitled Solo, a Star Wars story. No, just kidding.
If that was the full title of the song, I would have loved that.
We're doing a CF for Solo, a Star Wars story, like 7 months after the movie came out.
Yeah.
This song would probably have been better if it was a CF or solo Star Wars story, because oh my god, this sucks. Like, straight up, I'm sorry. Like, I know we're gonna get, like, we're on really thin ice with YG and Blackpink stands as it is, but I'm going to just, like, I'm just gonna, like, smash that thin ice even further, because what a waste of talent, honestly. That's all I have to say with this, honestly. Like, Jennie, like, I love Jennie. She has legitimate talent. I love her singing. She's very multi-talented in terms of, like, she's able to dance well too. So, and she's a great rapper. So, why are you wasting this, like again, Mighty Egg Roll on our Discord coined the term Kids Bop Gashina. Why are you wasting this Kids Bop Gashina song on her? Because she deserves, like, Blackpink deserves way better. She deserves way better than this. And granted, that's the thing. I'm gonna be in the minority. I'm like, literally no one's gonna give a shit about this, because this thing, it's almost at 100 million views after what, like a couple weeks. So, like, people don't care just because they're so starved for Blackpink and just, like, any of them to release music, so that they'll take anything at this point. But that's not a viable strategy. That's not a viable market strategy where, like, if we starve them of music, they'll literally take anything. Like, after a while, people are gonna get fed up, and, like, they're gonna be like, well, we want good music, not just music. And I don't know. It's just, I really don't know what it is with Teddy producing for YG versus Teddy producing for, like, Sunmi or other artists, where it seems like he has maybe just the like over micromanaging on YG's part or something, but it feels like he has a lot more creative freedom when he's working for, or he's doing stuff for artists that aren't under YG. So I don't know. This was just super disappointing, honestly. And, like, again, I don't even have that, honestly, I don't even have that high of expectations, because I want Blackpink to sort of impress me at one point, or members of Blackpink to impress me at one point, but this ain't it, Chief. I'm sorry. This ain't it.
So, like, for me, I really like this, like, until the chorus came in. Like, they just threw it all out. I don't know what they were thinking. Like, they weren't thinking. It's like with See You Later. Like, they just threw out a really, really good song, a really good build up, and they just threw it out on a weak drop. Like, come on. It's like, I think I still like the song overall. I'm on the fence, to be honest, but, like, I really, really like the chorus, or not the chorus. I don't like the chorus. I really like the verses. Even her rap and stuff like that's pretty good. It's just, like, the video's nice. The lyrics are nice. Like, everything except for the chorus that blows it. You know what I mean? It's just like,
and that's the most important part of the song.
That's what frustrates me, is that they just have no hook. You know, like, Teddy, come on, stop this.
And I don't know why it's a Blackpink thing, but like, I don't know why they just they have great vocalists and great rappers. So why do they seem to have, just this year, I don't know why they have an over-reliance on, okay, let's do an awesome drop where they don't say anything for, like, I don't know, like 15 seconds or whatever.
Like, honestly, the only time they've done it, out of the 3 times they've done it, the only time it worked was in Doo 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 for me. I know it still doesn't for you guys, but yeah, like, in this song, like, they were building up to something. I was expecting, like, a chorus, like, something in as if it's your last or Playing with Fire sort of thing, and then they just give me See You Later. I'm like, no, this is not what I wanted.
And I mean, and granted, we're like, we kind of make it our thing that we don't necessarily want to see the same thing from groups over and over again. But when we're talking about, like, song structure, and where you're literally hampering the talent of, like, amazing, like, singers and rappers that you have in Blackpink, like, it's just, everything just seems like bass accords. Like, literally, like, everything that they're doing is just, it just seems so counterintuitive to what I feel like would make a good Blackpink song. And granted, I'm not a producer. I don't have any producing credits or whatever, but it just, I feel like, honestly, I feel like there's so many people that could do better with the group, honestly. And I mean, granted, and like, literally, like, we saw what they did with what's her name, Dua Lipa. Like, Dua Lipa probably made the best Blackpink song. Like, again, literally, I don't hate the group. I don't hate the members. If anything, I love them all. It's just,
dude, As If It's Your Last and Playing with Fire are 2 of my favorite songs, K-pop songs in general. Like, they're 2 hit and miss is all.
And no, it's just stupid that they have the capability.
The thing that's frustrating for me is they build up a great song and then throw it out the window with the hook.
And I don't know. I think most of my frustration comes with the fact that, I don't know, it's definitely, I think of a lot of my resentment, not just towards YG, but maybe a bit towards the fan base, where literally any sort of rejection or any sort of, if it's not anything short of like overwhelming, undying praise for Blackpink, you're dead. Basically, they're probably gonna dox us right now just because we're not like super enthused with this song. But yeah, I don't know. It's just really, they deserve better, and they shouldn't be settling. Honestly, Blackpink is probably the last group that can afford to settle right now. Honestly, they deserve way better music than what they're getting. So that's our Blackpink rant for the day. Next, we have Jung Jin-woo of PLT, also known as Planetarium, with his full-length album, Rotate, and the title track, She's Got Everything, is the one I'm going to be covering in this. Again, I've just been in love with all of the members of Planetarium Records. So, like, and both like with the main or with like the collaborative PLT songs and their individual ones, and it kind of feels like they're doing what Dean kind of made popular like a couple of years ago, but they're just taking that to the nth degree in terms of how experimental they go, and that's awesome. Like really building, like opening. I feel like Dean definitely helped sort of put or make it viable to do this sort of really experimental style R&B, and I feel like they're definitely just sort of pushing the envelope even further. And again, they just all of them have different styles on their individual songs, which is really cool to see. So you're never gonna get sick of hearing each of the PLT members. That being said, this music video is weird as hell. It's like this guy sees this guy kissing a girl, and then like literally the entire music video is just the two guys like fighting, and kind of I'm just like, this is kind of kinky in a way. I'm just like, this is the whole point of the song, but.
Well, it's weird because like as they're fighting, they're almost in like intimate positions, which is really strange and off-putting.
Yeah, I don't know, and
because at first I thought the guy with the long hair was the girl. From
the
the
girl,
beginning,
yeah.
so
I'm just like,
is
okay,
he like raping her or something?
Yeah, it was just like really weird, but that makes they've got the weird aesthetic thing going. That makes sense. This song is awesome. I love it, and Jinwoo has an incredible voice, and I've gone back and listened to the rest of the songs in the album, and so far it's been excellent. And I really regret, like I told Cooper, I was like, I regret us not reviewing this because I would have probably given a good score, honestly. So, what are your thoughts, Jacob?
I thought the song was awesome. Like the vocals are awesome. The beat is awesome. I hope we, I want to see more of like this style of music in the Korean R&B scene. I really, really like this.
And I mean, the PLT is definitely growing a fan base, and I mean, we were kind of there from day one, or at least when they started doing the PL stuff under the Planetarium Records or collective. So. Yeah, it's crazy to see how much they've grown, honestly.
Yeah.
Next, we have Casper, the Friendly Ghost, with this. I think it's like a digital single called 3 Months. So this is probably the first time I've heard her sing primarily in English. So that's an interesting sort of take. And also, this is probably the first time I've heard her do something that's not sort of like a trap or R&B style song. This is a feature-based track. So yeah, I enjoyed it for the most part. The way I would have to say is, again, just I have a lot of advice for Casper, I guess. One, I'd say the mixing sort of needs help because her voice kind of gets lost among the instrumentals. So just kind of bring that up. Also, just maybe sort of adjust her pronunciation so that it flows a bit better. Because a lot of the way she pronounces words, and granted, maybe it's proper when you're like speaking, but it doesn't necessarily translate into singing, where she ends a lot of words very abruptly, where I feel like it should be more legato and sort of flow into each other. So those are the only 2 points. Otherwise, I really loved it. Again, I'm a huge fan of Future Bass, so yep, love more Casper.
Yeah, I definitely agree on the vocals with the I think her like they're too quiet. Like bring that up or bring the instrumentals down, whichever works. That being said, I think this might be my favorite Casper song so far. I think the instrumental clears out during the build-up, which is really nice, and then the drop is pretty nice as well. And then I think it's towards like the last third of the song they start doing stuff with like 3D audio, like sort of like sound spaces and stuff, going all around the place, like just from different angles, which I thought was really awesome. I love when they do that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also thought this is one of her best songs. Instrumentals and singing are fantastic. The only thing I wish was there was some like sentimental rapping, because I thought it would have fit well. And she didn't rap at all in the song, but otherwise thought it was fantastic.
That's usually one of the strengths with Casper, is that she ends up being her own featured rapper for most of the time, because she does she does the singing as well. Yep. So yeah, that definitely would have improved the song a bit. Next, we have two key songs. So we'll go with the first one is a pre-release single called "Forever Yours" featuring Soyu. So Jacob started off.
I actually really like this, especially the portions with Soyu's voice. I think her and Key were actually a really, really smart choice together. I think they work together really well.
Yeah, they do.
Also, I said this, I'm saying this just about both songs, but I think honestly Key is like a really underrated vocalist.
Nate?
Yeah, it's Soyu and Key doing Tropical House, so what else could I ask for?
And the other solo song from Key is from his debut full-length album entitled Face, is called One of Those Nights, featuring Crush. So, I don't know, I'm kind of conflicted with this, because obviously I love Key, I love Shiny. That being said, I don't know, I kind of wish he was a bit more ambitious with this project or this song, especially with a feature like Crush. And it felt a bit safe for my taste, considering, which is in contrast to just how experimental Shiny has been over the past year. So yeah, that's probably the only thing. His vocals are great, obviously. I agree, Jacob, that he's super underrated on that front. The instrumental is pretty good too, but I would have liked to see him push the envelope a bit more.
So, I actually really enjoyed this song. I think it's really catchy. Also, unexpected pair, Crush and Key, but honestly, I really love it. I think it was a really good match. Crush's vocals and Key's vocals mesh well together in the song. And yeah, I enjoyed this a lot. I need to listen to the rest of the album still.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I love it. I really like the chill acoustic take on EDM. I thought it fit him really well, and then obviously Crush fits in that well too.
And closing out this part is LaBoom's debut single. What? Japanese debut single. They literally didn't do anything in Japan until now?
No, they haven't promoted in Japan before.
Wow. Okay. Hui Hui. So Nate, this is your territory.
Yep, literally just want everyone to go listen to Hui Hui, because it's one of the best songs of last year. This is the wrong version, but it gave me a reason to talk about Hui Hui, so go listen to it. It's perfect.
Rip Yulhi's career.
Yep, Rip Yulhi.
But she has a cute baby.
She's got a kid now, so...
She does have a cute baby.
It doesn't feel good to me. Yeah. Like, it tells me that, like when you're pushing someone solo randomly like that, when the group they're from hasn't
needs
forever.
to come back.
Yeah, like it seems really, really bad to me, and I don't know what they're